Have you ever carried a burden that just felt so heavy and you didn't know what to do, how to release it or who to give it to, and you felt like you couldn't pass it on or ask anyone to help because they just wouldn't understand? I have, and I have a beautiful, miraculous story that helped me ease that. And it all starts with Christ. He wants to take our burdens, and this is how I have learned to give them to Him and do it in such a beautiful and simple way that it truly does bring peace and hope. So many years ago, I wrote a photography book, and it was wildly successful. It was in 2010 or 11, 2011, I think, when everybody was getting their DSLR cameras but just didn't know how to use them. So I was a few steps, or I had been using my camera for years before that, and so I was able to share and explain and do it in a simple way that people could understand. So I put it out on my own, published it, and then after a year or so, I decided to put it on Amazon so that it could get to a wider audience. And it was immediately successful. It was selling. People were really learning how to use their cameras and taking good pictures, and I was just hearing awesome results from it. So it was really exciting to see this happen. But one day I got a review that was terribly mean and not true. It was a review that someone was saying that I had done something, and it was just all not true. I didn't even know this person who had wrote this review, and it devastated me. Like, number one, it made the book sales just plummet. Like, people stopped buying it. They they were listening to that and believing that. And number two, it was that I think this is the part that really just like killed me, was it was a misrepresentation of me and who I was, and I could do nothing about it. I tried to contact Amazon and say, this wasn't true. He hadn't even bought my book. He didn't know. But like, once the review is up, like, you're just kind of done. You can't do anything about it. And so I carried this burden of just feeling just so awful. And I didn't know what else to do. I felt like I had done all that I could do. And so the way that I handled it was I just stopped looking on Amazon. I just stopped looking at the book, at the reviews. I just couldn't handle looking at it. And so probably a year went by, and I literally like never got on Amazon and looked at it just because it hurt like so deeply. But I was sitting in an IKEA restaurant of all places, and I was by myself. I can't remember why, but this was a long time ago. For some reason, I was by myself. And I decided to look at Amazon. I thought, well, I'm curious just like if other reviews have been written or whatever, but I decided to look. And at first it brought back all those feelings and those thoughts, but there was also another mean review written, and it just got me spiraling again. I just felt like just so heavy and such a burden from it. And I didn't know what to do. Like, that was the worst part. Like, I couldn't give this to anyone. I felt like nobody would understand and nobody would be able to help. And so I just like carried it with me. And I remember driving home and just being quiet and reflective and feeling so bad. And pulling into our driveway, I said a prayer in my heart. I said, please help me to just feel peace. Like, I just want to get rid of this burden. Just help me feel peace. And the thought that I got immediately was, give your burden to Christ. Hand it over. And the question I asked was, how? How do I even do that? Like, that feels so obscure. And the response I got was, put it all in a backpack and see yourself literally handing that backpack to Christ. And so I did it. I sat there in my car and I pictured like all the worry and the concern and the burden that I was carrying because of this. And I put it all in a backpack, and I could see myself standing there, and my back was just like weighed down with this backpack. And then I pictured myself taking it off and handing it to Christ and Him taking it from me. And I could feel a peace wash over me. I could feel just a lightness come to me. And I know that Christ is ready and willing to take our burdens. I know this isn't the only way to give our burdens to Christ, but this is one way that I've used for years that has been really miraculous, to be able to take what is going on in my head and my heart and giving it to Him. And it doesn't seem like anything can come of it, anything can happen, because physically nothing has changed. Those reviews are still there. All the things physically look like they're still the same, but emotionally it's gone. That weight is gone. And He's able to take that and carry us through moments in our lives where it feels like no one else can help us. So I'd love to hear, how do you give your burdens to Christ? How are you finding peace in Him? And please share it in the comments. I'd love to hear. I know that it would help other people as well. But I know, like, as you take the things that are weighing you down and give them over, pass them away, you will be blessed. You will find that peace. And I know that is waiting for you.